Hi, welcome back again. This is lesson number 6. And before we start today, my son is home quarantining, so if you hear him saying things, he's talking to his teachers in the background, so sorry about the noise if that happens. But also, I wanted to just take a second and talk about practicing. I hope your practicing is going well. Don't feel bad if you need to take quite a few days on the songs that are given. Take your time and do a good job, and as soon as you feel like you have mastered that song, then you can move on to the next ones. You are also free to go back and play any of the previous songs again and again. That's great practice. So just know that piano takes a lot of hard work and it's not going to be right the very first time. So make sure you're practicing and mastering before you continue on. But I'm glad you have made it to the 6th lesson. You're doing great. Today we're going to talk a little bit about tempo. Tempo is the speed of music. So it says on these, we're starting on page 48. It says we're going to practice these exercises at a slow, medium, then faster tempo. Play with firm fingertips. Okay, so this is a study in seconds. We're kind of just walking up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, da 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 da. Okay, and then you use your second finger on D, third finger on E. Okay, so these are just for practice. This is a good way to practice tempo. So I'm going to give you an example. So the first one is just our right hand alone. So we start slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do the medium tempo for the second one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a faster tempo for the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you could do the whole thing with a slow tempo, medium tempo, or faster tempo, or you can do it like I did it. It also has a repeat sign, and it tells you to repeat 1 octave higher, so you can go ahead and do that. The next one is your left hand. You're doing the same thing. This one actually says, well, steady moderate tempo, but I'm guessing they want you to practice it the same way. So 3 different ways. So I'm going to start slow on the first line and then do the other tempos. Okay? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then moderate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It says repeat an octave lower, so I can come down and do it again an octave lower. Same thing with the different speeds, different tempos. Okay. This next part, you're gonna go ahead and do this on your own. Okay. This is just talking about circling the correct description, seconds versus thirds versus a repeat type of thing. So if I look at this first one, we'll do this first one together so you know what you're doing. We have F, F, which is the same, so that's called a repeat. Okay, F to E, that's a second. E to D, that's a second. Okay, second down, right? So my answer is going to be repeat, second down, okay? All right, so those ones you can do on your own. Then it says, play each of the examples above, so that's a good exercise. And then here down at the bottom, you're gonna find this on my website again with lesson number 6. It'll say, see pentascale improvisation. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you an example of what this would look or sound like. Okay, so what we're gonna start on, it's called C pentascale improvisation. If you remember, the pentascale is C, D, E, F, G. So improvisation means you get to make up whatever you want, really, you're improvising. So as the duet plays, or as I play the other part, you're gonna just make up your own melody using these 5 notes. So here we go. I'm just gonna give you an example and then you can make up your own. So that's just for you to kind of play around with and write your own stuff. All right, so we're diving into Unit 4 today. We're doing a little bit more with staff reading. So we're going to talk a little bit more about thirds or skips from one line to the next line or from one space to the next space. So it says, play this line-to-line third with right hand fingers, 1 and 3. Notice the dynamic marks. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and do that. It should sound like this. It gets quieter as you go. Okay, then your left hand is going to do kind of the same thing, just a good warm up. Then really quiet. So they're broken and then put together. Okay, and here you get to play Camptown Races, and you're using both your right hand and your left hand. Okay, and there is a duet to this one, so if you look online, you'll find the Camptown Races duet next to this lesson, which will be up here as soon as I finish it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you an example of what this should sound like and show you where we're beginning. So your left hand thumb is on middle C, and your right hand thumb is going to start on D. So it's a 4/4 timing and it's played cheerfully, so we're just gonna go for it. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the most common thing that's going to be tricky is make sure you give your whole notes, all 4 counts. As you're playing duets, that's especially important so you don't come in too early and get off timing. Okay. The next song, we're only learning one new thing here. So this is the quarter rest. So it's 1 beat of silence. So you actually kind of lift your fingers up off of the note. So let's go ahead and check out this song, Incline Knocked music by Mozart. So you've got an accent mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Here's your rest. So that means lift, and you have a moment of silence. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3. Well, not rest, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, rest. Okay, so throughout this song, you've got your rests, and it's pointing them out there for you. So just make sure You lift up on your rests, okay? And this is with energy, and you will recognize this song. And I'm gonna just give you an example, play it for you. Okay, your thumb starts on C with your right hand, and your 3 finger on G with your left. So, 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. 2, 3, 4. 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 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, so get that one down, play it with the duet. And that is actually all we're going to do out of the book today. We're going to talk about one more thing. This is going to be kind of a short lesson. We're not learning too much new today. Let's do our C scale. And then I'm going to teach you one new thing not in your book today. What we're doing this week for our scale, last week we did 2 hands separately. We went 2 octaves each. Okay, same thing with your left. We went down, starting down first and then came back up. And so this week what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start with both hands together on middle C, and the fingering will be the same because we're going to move out together and in together 2 octaves, okay? So it looks like this. 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, okay? Okay, so the new thing that I'm going to teach you today, we are going to start C chord progression, okay? So this is something that's a little bit more advanced than what you're actually playing in your book, and you will get to this eventually, but we're going to start a little bit early because we are going to start doing something called ear training. I think ear training is very important. It's so that you can become a player where you can hear something or think of a song, and then you can go ahead and figure it out on the piano. So it's a different type of training, but we'll talk about the C chord progression today. So a C chord is made up of C, E, G. This is C major. C, E, G. Okay, so you can do that with G, both hands. And you can play it all together. Now when you're playing a chord, you want to make sure that as you play that, you go ahead and you play all the keys at the same time. Okay, so give that a try. Just play your C chord a few times. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to play what's called a fourth. So I'm going to take the fourth from C. This is a fourth, okay? And I'm going to turn it into a chord, fourth chord, okay? So that's my fourth, it's called. So we go from C, these 2 fingers move up. Okay, so do that a few times. First, fourth, first, fourth, first. Okay, then the next thing we're going to do what's called a 5-7. Okay, so if I had a 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, here's the 7. So I'm going to take this note and put it on the bottom. Okay, so it's called 5-7. So we're going to go first, fourth, first, 5-7, G, F, B, first. And that's our chord progression. Fourth, first, 5-7, first. Do it one more time. to do it again with your left. Okay, do it a couple times. And then you can put them together. So those are our new things for today, and that will conclude our lesson number 6. You have a lot more to work on than I had to teach you today, so good luck with your practicing, and hopefully that all goes well.